What's going on YouTube? It's Ben Nader. Thanks guys so much for checking out one of my videos. I truly appreciate all of you guys that are checking my stuff out. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. If you have not subscribed yet, this is the channel where we talk about startup recruiting agencies, building a staffing agency from scratch, getting out of corporate America and going solo with the recruiting and making six figures specifically. So if you love all of that, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, just smash the like button. I would really appreciate it. It would just rank the video up, so that'd be awesome. So let's dive right into today's topic, which is basically what's the roadmap to six figures. So I'm always talking about six figures on this channel. The Facebook group and the Facebook page for this channel is the Six Figure Recruiter. And so if you've not checked that out yet, definitely go there, check that out, like it, message me. I'll send you some templates and some email stuff that you can utilize to get your agency off the ground and get going. It's just a little bit, but it'll help you out. So what's the roadmap to six figures though in recruiting agencies? So for me personally, what I did is I launched my agency about a year and a half ago, and what I did is six figures plus in the first 6 months. Now, how did that happen? What's the roadmap to that? So there's a few key elements, and of course I bulleted them, and I'm gonna give them to you directly, and I'll put them in the description as well. So the first and key element is that you need to think big picture, okay? You have to stop thinking small and think big. So a lot of you guys might be working jobs, the 9 to 5 right now. That's okay. There's no problem with that. Everybody works a 9 to 5. Eventually, if you ever want to get freedom, you got to get out of the 9 to 5. Understand to do that, you have to think big. You cannot see the trees and not the forest. You must think bigger. Think bigger than your own wildest dreams. That's how you have to do it. You have to shoot for the moon and hopefully you hit a star along the way. So that's kind of how the first thing I want to mention to you. Think bigger than you have been before. Just go for it. Even if it's unrealistic in your head, just let it become realistic and think bigger. The second one I would mention is execute and take action obsessively. So when I started my agency, one of the things that I did was email, cold email, LinkedIn outreach obsessively and consistently, like absurdly. Like I would reach out to people nonstop, companies, businesses, connections, just people that can get me deals and contracts with companies for staffing incessantly. So I would be obsessive about this. So execution and massive action are going to be your best friend on this roadmap to six figures. You will not get anywhere if you don't take this particular action. I mean, this is one thing that you literally cannot go without. Like, I mean, all of the items that I'm going to mention to you, you can't go without. But this one in particular, like taking obsessive action about reaching out to people and executing on your plan and taking massive action, this is absolutely critical to your success. Otherwise, you're literally not going to get anywhere and it's not going to happen. The third thing I would mention to you is no failure is going to happen. Be aware. Failure will happen. You will fail 1 billion times. You're going to get rejected 1 billion times. You're going to fall on your face. You're going to mess something up. You're going to botch an email. You'll screw up a deal that could have been $30,000. Big deal. Who cares? In the long game, it does not matter. Just forget about it. The thing is, in entrepreneurship, we call failure learning. So when you have a failure, you need to learn from whatever happened and fix it, make sure it never happens again, move forward, and you'll do better the next time. Whatever your next failure is, same thing. Learn what you did wrong, change it. Next time it'll never happen again. You'll be constantly refining your process and you'll be streamlined because every failure you make, you'll learn from it. So just understand that failure will come. So when you engage into this journey, like I said many times in a lot of my videos, you have to be all in. You have to be fully committed. You have to be totally on the ball and just understand that failure is going to be a part of this and you have to learn from that. And you can't shy away from it. You can't be, somebody who's easily offended. You have to be very emotionally intelligent to be an entrepreneur that succeeds on a high level. So that's a big, big thing about this. The fourth element I would mention to you is incredible focus on your plan. So you're starting a recruiting agency, you're starting a staffing agency, you are a recruiter, and you're going to begin getting companies, signing contracts, getting candidates out to them, making boatloads of money. Focus on that. Don't let shiny ball syndrome get to you. Don't look at other businesses. Don't think about FBA on Amazon. Don't focus on Shopify. Don't look at the nearest MLM your friend's talking about. You are on a pathway to 6 figures on a specific route, and you need to follow that pathway. If you deviate from that pathway, all you're going to be doing is taking away from the success that you've already, gained on the pathway that you've taken so far, and you're going to set yourself back even further. So understand that you need to have extreme direct focus on this, and you're absolutely not going to be able to take your eye off the ball. If you do, just understand you're going to be set back a little bit, and that's going to hurt you in the long run, and it's really not advisable. In any business in particular, I've always heard that the most successful people on the planet, whomever they are, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, whatever it is, they were laser focused on their goal. They were honing in on specifically what they wanted to do, and they accomplished that goal. And then they would spread out and do other things and get their branches going and do all of that. But to build something from scratch, you have to laser focus in on it. Otherwise, there's absolutely no point. And when you spread your attention around 3, 4, 5 things, they're all going to be really, really low bar. If you focus in on one thing, you're going to ace that one thing. I can all but guarantee it. And I did it myself, and I convey that to you with all sincerity and conviction. And so focusing on that one thing, and I know you'll do really, really, really well with that. The 5th thing that I want to mention is to consistently refine your processes and get better. So every single time that you make a deal, figure out, did I do that the best of my ability? Did I serve that customer the best way I could? Did I make the most money that I could have out of that deal? Am I searching for the right clients? Like, was I just working with a good client or a bad client? Like, should I take that type of client again or not? In a recruiting agency, when you start this business, a lot of times you'll work with whomever, right? But at the end of the day, you want to pick and choose your clients. And in the beginning, ultimately, you'll work with a lot of different people, but that's fine because it's a learning experience, and you'll slowly figure out how to put up your filter and say, no, I'm not going to work with you. I will work with you instead, and so on and so forth. So that's really, really important. So, consistently just refine your process, improve everything, make sure that you're top notch, top level, and you're always learning more and more and more about your own craft and yourself and your abilities and your capabilities, because that confidence, that comes from closing deals and making money for yourself and stacking it up high in your bank account, it's priceless, right? So it's money, but it's priceless, right? So being able to go out and hunt and get the prey, bring it back, and extract money out of it is a priceless feeling, When I made one of my biggest deals ever, and it was a phone call, an email, and I signed a deal immediately for job orders worth $37,000. That kind of feeling is priceless. So, always understand that you need to improve and always know that you're doing better than you did the last time. And so the last thing I'll leave you with is just to never give up. If you want to go down this pathway to 6 figures and truly hit that number, not anything below it, but that number, you have to never give up. You have to absolutely have the spirit of, it doesn't matter if I have a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, even a bad quarter, you're never going to give up. So that's really, really important. And that's the last thing I want to leave you with, because ultimately it comes down to you and your entrepreneurial spirit. How dedicated are you to putting all of your energy into this, learning it, executing it, being successful at it, and rinsing and repeating it. That comes down to never giving up. The people that give up are, the 90% that are just going to say, well, I'll do step 1 and 2, but step 3 just got so much harder, and just, whatever, I'm going to get a job, or I'll take this MLM and I'm just kind of going to go with that, and I'll give that up soon too, and then I'll, join another MLM. No, that's not how this works. That's not how rich people get rich. That's not the pathway to 6 figures. So I want to leave you with never give up. follow those steps. I'll put them all in the description. That's the simplest way I can give you guys the pathway to 6 figures. I felt like somebody might have needed to hear that tonight, and somebody on my videos, you know, if you want to put in the comments if this is valuable to you, like this video if this is valuable to you. I hope it is. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. I would truly appreciate it, and I will definitely catch you guys on Friday. I hope you're having a great week. Talk to you soon.